Guys, I am here with my friend Lucas, who I met on the B98 radio morning show. One of my favorite morning people.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
I love that.
You knew that, though. I tell you that all the time.
People say that, but I think that they feel like they have to say it because I'm standing here. It's like, actually, I listen to country, but I'm going to tell him
but
that
I'm
I like
say
it.
Because he's sitting right here.
Right.
No, he really is one of my favorites. I've been on a couple radio stations, and he's one of my favorites, along with Kareth.
Yes.
She's one of my favorites. Now, Kareth, that's her real name. Lucas is not his real name.
Right. I got a radio name, and many years. I've been in radio for 30 years. So back in the old days of radio, you had a stage name. Nowadays, everybody just uses their regular name.
Right. But
I
you're
get stuck.
that old.
Yeah, that's how old I'm old. I am old.
I'm that old too.
Yeah.
But my friend Adam is his real name.
Yeah.
He actually wrote a book. So we're kind of here to talk about this right now because it's a really awesome book. And so we're going to tell you a few things, and then you have to go out and find this book and buy this book and read this book because it's really interesting. And one thing that we were talking about is I made a video for my friends on Facebook, and you have to excuse me, I just got done working out.
We were at the gym.
Yeah, we work out at the same gym.
Yeah.
Even though somebody didn't work out today.
Not yet, but I'm about to.
He's doing it later, and I just got done, so that's why I'm a hot mess and he's not. Anyway, so we're here to talk about his book, though. He has been in radio for a long time, but I made a video and put it on my Facebook about something that I went through with my thyroid cancer. Not all of you know this, but I do have a video on my Facebook explaining it, and we were talking about how he has things in his book. Yes, it's called My Crazy Radio Life, but it's not just about radio. It's about a lot of things in your life that people can connect with and say, yes, I've gone through that too, and hardships and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
I think you know, the majority of my book is about being in radio and my highs and lows in radio and struggles. But through that is my personal life as well, and a lot of things that people can relate to. I got diabetes at the age of 22. I was in the best shape of my life. I didn't even know literally what diabetes was. The doctor said, you're gonna have to take shots the rest of your life. And I was like, I've been 22, I was in a panic, right? Then by the age of 30, I started getting blood clots in my leg, and I was like, what is happening? Went to the doctor, he's like, you got protein S or protein C deficiency. You're gonna have to take blood thinners the rest of your life. So I started showing up at the hospital with all these old people, and I'm a young 30-year-old guy, and they're like, you're in the wrong department. I was like, no, I'm supposed to be here to get my blood checked. So I think all of us have things in your life, whether physically, we all have something to overcome. And I talk a little bit about that in my book. Also, personal life. I lost my wife and my son twice in this 30-year.
Because of your job.
Well, one of the reasons was radio, and it took its toll and things like that. So I think people can relate to that. If you've ever been away from your son or your daughter for a while, or your kids, or maybe you and your wife have been separated for a while, and you just like, you know, these are the struggles that I went through and how to overcome these things that happened in my life, as well as some, you know, crazy radio things that have happened to me. Some were fantastic, others were just terrible. And so I talk about all that in the book.
Can you tell a little bit about the two stories that you got me that I was like, I really have to read this book?
Yeah, well, one of them was Rihanna, who, I mean, she's a huge megastar. When she first got started, she came into the radio station when I was working. I did a morning show in Sacramento, and I talk about this in chapter 11, where she came in on my birthday, surprised me on my birthday, and I had no idea that Rihanna was coming. And she was wearing a tank top, and at some point...
Don't give too much.
Yes.
Because they have to get the book.
Yeah, something happened in the studio, and I didn't know how to handle it. And so I write about that story in the book. Another story that I write about in the book happened when I was doing a morning show in Little Rock, Arkansas, and somehow we got into O.J. Simpson's voicemail live on the air. And I explained the whole story in the book, and people say it's one of their favorite things because they just can't believe that OJ had what he had
on his voicemail.
Yeah, and so you'll read it, or if you so it's all, those are a couple stories that are in the book.
So now where can they find this book?
So this book is on Amazon. You can get it on Amazon. You can get the Kindle version as well. But we just recorded the audiobook. So I recorded the audiobook with my life coach. His name is Dr. Eric Lane, and he's in Tucson, Arizona. And so he's actually on the audiobook with me. And we talk about each chapter about how you can overcome things. I mean, there's a lot of struggles. I got fired a lot and had to deal with depression and how to deal with all these things. And so he's helped me. So we talk about all those things in the audiobook. And you can get the audiobook on Audible or iTunes or Amazon.
Okay, awesome. So My Crazy Radio Life, write it down, look it up. This is my friend. And you have your real name on here, right?
So look at this. That's Bo Nasty, and I talk about that story, how I got named Bo Nasty. That was my radio name, was Bo Nasty. I explained how that happened too. I look like Billy Ray Cyrus.
Yes,
look, that was back in 1991.
Oh, you're showing your age.
Yeah,
so it's a true story by Adam Cox, aka Bo Nasty, aka Lucas. Are those your only radio names?
That's it. I was Adam Cox, then Bo Nasty, and then I've been Lucas for a long time.
For a long time, and you've stuck with Lucas. I guess that's the safe way to go. So make sure you look it up. Leave a comment on here if you do go get the book. Let us know that you went and got the book, what you think of it, what your favorite part was.
Oh, I would love to know what your favorite story is, because a lot of people have their different favorite stories in the book. Because I mean, there's a lot of celebrities in here that crazy things happen, like on radio interviews and things. So we talked about it. But thank you, Jerusha. I mean, I hate to bother you during your workout, but
oh, I'm done. I finished.
And I screwed up our handshake earlier when we had a hell handshake thing going.
We did.
And she's fantastic.
Actually, I have it on my YouTube channel.
It's on your YouTube channel.
Yeah, it is. When I went to the radio station, we have a handshake together. So we'll have to recreate and make it bigger, because he's going to be at a new radio station, which we won't say yet where he's going. But
we'll be on a new radio station very soon. I'll be able to announce that here coming up very soon.
Yes. So look him up and get his book and tell us what your favorite part is.
Thank you.
Thanks.